Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to more CSGO news. Hope you're doing well. You're going to be just about as shocked as I am when I first read this, guys. Breaking news as of last night. Yeah, we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be an update on the NiP situation. Now, also, I'll be having a video about this probably tomorrow. I want to break down both sides of this and also kind of join it with other NiP situation material because it is ongoing, ever-growing. That being information last night, which does apparently state, allegedly, that's going to be 2 members currently of NiP and their current CSGO team have invested into the company itself. Yes, you guessed it, that being Get Right alongside F0rest. When I first read those words, it's pretty shocking to hear these kind of things. Is it very surprising? That's a different question entirely. The article, though, I will link it down below for all of you guys. It does clearly state that Heaton, one of the mainly talked about guys, or one of the many talked about guys, I should say, around the situation, apparently he has now left that board for NiP. He owns less than 1% of the company. They talk about their financial struggles over the past couple of years, and well, it's going to be Get Right and F0rest taking the opportunity to invest possibly part of their salary back into the company itself. Now, you guys can imagine during this time where all of these players, all of these management, all of these former staff members are coming about allegations and accusations of NiP doing fraudulent or wrongdoings against them, it's not a very good time to have invested into the organization itself, which does explain a lot of things. We knew these guys had comfortable salaries, comfortable contracts with NiP currently for their CSGO team, and that's likely where they had no need to speak up about this. Alongside that, though, they are partial owners in the organization, according to the article, which would all the more add the cause as to why they probably aren't speaking around all of the issues being spoken about. I will probably have a follow-up story about this tomorrow, guys, a more in-depth video about this, because I want to have a video not only touching on all of the accusations, but all of the players who have now come forward, all of the people who have now come forward against NiP, and I will now also add this information in there because it's absolutely shocking and I'm mind blown. Let's move on to some happier information out there, because a lot of you guys are Smooya fans. Whenever I mention Smooya and whenever I mention Boomble, or a lot of players out there, you guys come because you're big fans. And Smooya and Boomble, I should say Boomich. Sorry guys, I've been calling him Boomble since day one, so I do apologize for that. Updates on both those characters, though, for all of you guys currently watching. Now, I did receive information thanks to a viewer out there yesterday who watched our video yesterday talking about this. Updates on Smooya. The situation is pretty confusing. Now, based off previous reports, this would make a bit of sense as to what his future might be. It does seem he could be potentially joining Big for a temporary amount of time as they search for replacements, potentially from Team Sprout and their German members, although Smooya could come back in and fill for a short period of time. Although I have been shown evidence, take it with a grain of salt, guys, if this is to be true or not. I've been shown evidence that it will be Smooya to instead go to NA and instead of Big as well. So he could be joining Big. It's still a possibility for a short period or a temporary period of time for a fill-in as they search for replacements for that roster. Whatever that roster is going to do to fix itself, we have no idea, but likely the evidence that I've been shown does point to the fact that he could be going to NA instead. So we can now all speculate what NA teams could use a Smooya, which I would argue there are at least a few, and I would love to see him on any of them. I would love to see him back in the pro scene like many of those free agents out there currently are. Now, also bigger updates, guys, and a huge I need to take a second here. A huge congratulations to DeKay. If you did not see, he took to stream yesterday as well as to Twitter to announce at least a little bit of an announcement that he has now quit his job to pursue esports and journalism. I could not be happier for the guy, and I hope the best for him in his future. He took to stream, though, and during that stream, he did say he'll be breaking at least part of the Boomich story. If you guys did not know, we talked about this yesterday's episode. Apparently, $95,000 was stolen from Boomich during his time with Quantum Bellator Fire, and that member who had actually played a part in that robbing of him and his teammates potentially is still on a CIS team, which we do believe might be Forza or another CIS team allegedly. So we'll keep those as accusations now. Apparently DeKay will break that story sometime this week. I am out of town this weekend. As per usual, when a big story breaks, I am gone. So frick, but congratulations, guys. First of all, to DeKay for quitting his job to pursue esports. He's going to be huge, and I wish the best of luck for him. He'll be breaking another huge story this week, likely this weekend, maybe Friday through Sunday sometime. And of course, I will recap it for all of you guys come Monday or when I am back. I cannot wait to hear, because he does say this story is absolutely as expected, incredible and insane, and we'll see what happens. And we're going to show the world, or DeKay is, he's going to show the world what happens when you mess with a nice guy like Boomich, okay? If you're out there and you're watching this and you're the guy who stole money from Boomich, you're probably going to get exposed, and I can't wait. So many things getting exposed, it actually makes me fearful to be in the esports scene right now. So let's hop into our last story. Why don't we? Keep doing you, DeKay. And very lastly, for all of you guys who have not been watching the minors for some reason, let's break down the minor results because all of our major teams have now been finalized. Now, we already broke down EU and NA. It was not too surprising, although Mouse Sports was at one point in time within 5 points of elimination entirely from their second minor in a row, this time being to Team No Chance. Unfortunately enough for No Chance, they fell to Mouse Sports. After that, Mouse Sports, though, looked pretty spectacular. They qualify alongside Crazy, who also looked pretty crazy, I must say, guys. That's the former Valiant's roster, now Team Crazy. And Fnatic, probably the biggest upset of all of them, will now not make their first major, or JW, his first ever major, will be missed alongside him. Now, North America, though, pretty self-explanatory. Our two favorites luckily did go through in pretty dominant fashion, that being Furia alongside NRG. NRG also breaking a bit of their major curse alongside that. When it comes time to our other regions, though, CIS and Asia, CIS was completely nuts. Upset City, teams like Spirit not going through for the first time in quite some time. They usually dominate the CIS scene. Teams like Saman has lost iDisbalance many months ago. They also lost Sanji, though, to a Vanguard, and they still made it through. Forza absolutely dominant. They did not drop a single map, so they deserve it, and great congrats to them. And then Dream Eaters, actually from the CIS, they've also made the major through the minor play-in. So CIS was pretty nuts to see. A lot of teams out there, especially when it comes to teams like Nemiga, didn't even make it out of group stage. Teams like Gambit Youngsters, those are two of my favorites, also did not make it out of group stage alongside them, but Saman and Forza definitely earned those spots. And then in Asia, well, not too big of a surprise, guys. Greyhound and Tyloo do go through. Are you surprised? We've seen that combo quite a few times now, but I will say Tyloo did change their roster, and they still did very well. They took Greyhound to a map 3 overtime with a brand new roster, and yes, these players have a bit of a history, but nonetheless, they changed their roster after the minor qualifiers, had a few weeks to play with each other, and they were playing Greyhound, the top team out of that region, to a map 3 overtime, and they also beat Avant. They swept them pretty bad, and they also take their another major spot for them. So are you surprised? Not really, but is it still a very impressive performance? Certainly was. And then for our minor play-ins, guys, our third place minor play-ins, this time around, because of Cloud9's forfeited spot, 3 teams do go through, so it came down to these 4 teams on screen. And which one do you think was the underdog? Yeah, you're probably right if you did probably choose MVP PK. Some of you might have chose Dream Eaters. Either way, though, I would not say a huge surprise out of there. The 3 teams that did go through, North alongside Ints do grab their spots, and Dream Eaters as well. Dream Eaters almost threw away the chance entirely, but I think at one point in time against Ints, they actually lost 15 rounds in a row, but they still managed to take the series. So congrats to all 3 of those teams. They have now, Dream Eaters made their first major. Ints and North now qualify, and North break their major, their minor curse, I should say, also from last major. So Valde now earns stickers alongside Team North, and I cannot wait, speak of the devil, to actually announce and show these stickers off, guys. This major is going to be so much fun. A couple new teams here and there, and they're going to be some hopefully some cool stickers. My hopes are already probably dead in the water for that. But as always, I hope you guys all enjoyed CSGO news. I really do enjoy breaking it down. I had this thought this morning, you know, what's my favorite part of the day? It's probably making these CSGO episodes. I love doing esports news, but you guys know CSGO is where the home and the heart is, and I love that all of you guys come back here nearly every day to watch these videos. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy. Come back tomorrow. We're breaking down some crazy stuff on the NiP situation, and yeah, I'll see you then. Drink some coffee. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.